Hey guys, it is August 5th, which means another Bible verse. So, today we're going over 1 John 2, verses 15 through 17. So, let me repeat that. 1 John 2, verses 15 to 17. Now, what does it say? This is what it says. Warning about the world. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Ooh! For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride in one's possessions is not from the Father, but it is from the world. And the world with its lust is passing away, but the one who does the will of God remains forever. What does that mean? Like I said before, guys, we gotta run it back to the commentary. If you don't understand it, run it back to the commentary. This is what it says. Now this is chapter 2, verse 15. When the moon shines, it's actually reflecting the light of the sun. Sometimes the earth gets in the way though, so that the moon's light is diminished. Similarly, we have an enemy that prevents us from reflecting the sun's light on us. The enemy is called the world. Do not love the world. When John talks about the world, he's not talking about the planet Earth physically. He's talking about an organized system headed by Satan that draws us from God's love and will. If you love the world, you lose intimate fellowship with God. You love the world when it owns your affections and governs your choices by getting you to exclude God. So that is chapter 2, verse 15. So in other words, when you are not in fellowship with God, you are in fellowship with the world. Now, just like it says here, it's not talking about the physical world. It's talking about what the world can offer you. Now, clearly, it says right here that the world offers pride in one's possessions, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes. It is the world, and the world with its lust is passing away. So, in other words, guys, you have to make a decision daily to not be in the world, because if you're in the world, you're in fellowship with the world and you're not in fellowship with God. You cannot be in your spirit but also be in your flesh. It's either you're in your spirit or you're in your flesh. Which one is it? And it says right here, do not love the world. If you love the world, you lose intimate fellowship with God. You love the world when it owns your affections and governs your choices by getting you to exclude God. So if you're looking to exclude yourself from God, follow the world. That's like the best way to put it. Now, chapter 2, verse 16 through 17. It says, for everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride in one's possessions is not from the Father, but it is from the world. And the world with its lust is passing away. But the one who does the will of God remains forever. Back to the commentary. It says, what does the world offer you? You want to know what the world can offer you? Hear me out. First, it promises to satisfy legitimate desires in ultimate ways, the lust of the flesh. Eating is legitimate. Gluttony is worldly. Sex is legitimate. Immorality is worldly. Second, the world tempts your mind through what your eyes see, the lust of the eyes. The biblical word for this is covetousness. I don't know if I said it correctly. Covetousness, which is desiring and pursuing that which is not legit for you to have. Third, there is the pride in one's possessions, that is living to impress others. What those in love with the world forget, however, is that the world with this lust is passing away. Worldliness makes the now more important than eternity. So what is satisfying you now? Then it says, but you are passing through, the world is passing by. It's transient. Only the one who does the will of God remains forever. The price tag for loving the world is the loss of a personal intimacy with God. Y'all, this is like mind-blowing. because you have to ask yourself, am I in the world? Am I in my fleshly desires? Or am I in my spirit? If you are in this world, you're satisfied with what the world is giving you. And the world, according to the commentary, is giving you the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and pride in one's possessions. And in the midst of you following the world, you are losing fellowship with God. And having fellowship with God is feeling that joy. The only thing I need you guys to like really understand is that the world can give you a for now. The world can give you a for now feeling. What do I mean by that? It literally says right here. First, it promises to satisfy the legitimate desires in legitimate ways. Then, it also says that the price tag for loving the world is the loss of personal intimacy with God. And that's like, you gotta ask yourself, like, what am I following? And not only that, guys, it says it right here. And the world with its lust is passing away, but the one who does the will of God remains forever. Guys, this is a for now feeling. This is not eternal. In other words, you're being satisfied for the moment. You're losing fellowship for the moment when you can have fellowship with God for eternity. But because you want to follow the world and what the world has to offer you, you're losing fellowship with the Lord. And in regards to losing fellowship with the Lord, you're allowing the enemy to win you over. You're allowing the enemy to be like, oh, I got her, I got him. Because he's pulling you into the world. That's what the enemy wants to do, is pull you into the world where you're disconnecting from God. So you have to ask yourself, what am I in fellowship with? Am I in fellowship with the world and what the world can offer? Or am I in fellowship with God and what God can offer? And it says right here, we have an enemy that prevents us from reflecting the sun's light on us. That enemy is called the world. The world is your enemy. The world is your enemy. You know how many times we will sin, how many times we will slip up because of the world? And why is that? Well, it says right here, the world can give you the lust of the flesh. What are you pouring into you? What are you pouring consistently into you? What you're pouring into you is what's going to come out. Then it says the lust of the eyes. What are you looking at? What are you watching? What are you listening to? Where is your focus? Are you watching the things of the world, or are you watching the things that will pour into your spiritual cup? Which one is it? That's why you have to be careful who you're talking to, what you're doing, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're connected to, and who you're connected to, because that can be part of the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and then having that feeling of having the pride in one's possessions. So it's like, ask yourself today, am I in fellowship with my flesh and the world, or am I in fellowship with my spirit and God? Because it cannot be both. It has to be one or the other. So I hope that this message, some way, shape, or form, has helped you to rethink your focus and what you're focusing on and what you're listening to and who you're connected to, and just give yourself that self-reflective moment where you can sit back and ask yourself questions of, where are you in fellowship? Is it with God or is it with the world? So guys, this was 1 John chapter 2 verses 15 through 17. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing rest of your night or day whenever you're watching this. And guys, make sure to follow, because we are always posting a new Bible verse daily. So stay safe and God bless.